Mama June, from not to hot, June Shannon's day in court and the startling decision. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Mama June, from uncool to iconic star June Shannon will shortly appear in court, and June Shannon's future with Gino Doak will be decided by the outcome. In a short while, a surprise event strikes Mama and her family on the Wet reality series. Mama June, June Shannon in denial, from not to hot. Viewers saw June Shannon this season on Mama June, from not to hot, when she refused to acknowledge that she might end up in jail. Naturally, everyone hopes for the best and does not want Mama to serve any time in prison. It is a real possibility, though. For the offenses she did while under the influence of drugs, Mama might spend up to 2 years in prison. Gino, her boyfriend, might serve a 10-year term. Gino decides to accept this fact head-on, but Mama is certain she can stay out of jail. Remember Mama June, Road to Redemption recaps? Recently, Gino went to great lengths to reach Mama. Gino Doak takes a bold step. Mama June, from not to hot reports mention that Gino just took a risk. Gino got Sheriff Andrew Brunson's assistance to let Mama know that her prospects of going to jail are serious. Sheriff Brunson concurs with Gino that June Shannon has a good probability of serving her sentence. He thus consents to assist Gino in realizing the gravity. Fans will remember that Gino drove up to the Macon County Police headquarters and transported Mama to Alabama without her knowledge. Mama was furious that Gino had duped her, of course. He assured her, nonetheless, that it would be to her benefit. Like any other offender, she was booked in by Sheriff Brunson and placed in a cell. It certainly scared Mama and served as a great wake-up call. According to Mama June, from not to hot updates, Gino's intention was obviously to free Mama from the delusion that she cannot be found guilty, not to harm her. Mama June, she goes from not hot to crazy. Mama June, Road to Redemption soon finds Mama in a panic, worried that she would not be able to live on her own. Mama and Gino had been together for a long time, and they survived the most trying period of their lives. They certainly seem more powerful than before. Mama fears that if Gino does time, she will be left alone. She dreads being without Gino, of course, but she also does not want to go away to prison. I promise that soon, the wait will be over and Mama June, from not to hot spoilers will reveal whether or not she may begin her life anew. The decision is in. Mama June, from not to hot teasers indicate that June Shannon's court date is drawing near. In the near future, Alana, Honey Goo Boo Thompson and Lauren Pumpkin Shannon visit the courtroom in support of Mama. In addition to their aunt joining Shannon, Aka Do. As the minutes pass and her daughters and sister wait for her, Mama is still absent. They undoubtedly worry that she won't arrive. Thankfully, based on her verdict, it appears that she does. And it's a shocking bombshell for everybody. Watch the Wet reality series Mama June, Road to Redemption's season finale to find out what's in store for June Shannon and the children. June Shannon, affectionately known as Mama June, had been living a relatively calm life since her last season of Mama June, from not to hot. She had focused on her recovery, mending her family relationships, and finding stability. However, life had a way of throwing curveballs, and June found herself at the center of a legal storm that threatened to upend everything she had worked for. The charges were related to past transgressions during the height of her addiction struggles. Though she had made significant strides in her recovery, the legal system had not forgotten. June had been indicted for possession of a controlled substance and drug paraphernalia. The upcoming court date loomed large, casting a shadow over her otherwise bright future. As the court date approached, June's family rallied around her. Pumpkin, Alana, Jessica, and even her estranged husband, Gino, who had also been working on his sobriety, offered their support. "Mom, we're here for you, no matter what happens," Pumpkin reassured her during a family dinner. "Thanks, Pumpkin. I just hope this doesn't tear us apart again," June replied, her voice trembling with emotion. Alana, now a teenager with her own perspective on the world, chimed in. "Mom, we've been through worse. We can get through this too." June looked at her daughters, feeling a surge of gratitude and love. She knew she wasn't facing this battle alone. The day of the trial arrived, and June dressed in her best outfit, hoping to present herself in the best possible light. As she walked into the courtroom, the weight of the situation hit her. The room was filled. Her attorney, a seasoned professional named Rebecca Harris, had prepared her for this moment. "Remember, June, be honest and stay calm. We've got this." The prosecution presented their case, detailing June's past and the evidence against her. The images of her darkest days were paraded before the court, painting a grim picture of a woman who had lost her way. June's defense focused on her rehabilitation and the progress she had made. Character witnesses, including her daughters and her therapist, testified on her behalf, highlighting her commitment to change and her dedication to her family. As the trial continued, the emotional toll on June and her family became evident. Every day in court was a reminder of the past she was trying to leave behind, but it also brought the family closer together as they supported each other through the ordeal. One evening, after a particularly grueling day in court, June sat with her daughters on the porch, seeking solace in their presence. "Mom, you're the strongest person I know," Alana said, holding her mother's hand. "We're going to get through this." June smiled through her tears. "I couldn't do it without you girls. You've been my rock." Pumpkin nodded in agreement. "No matter what happens, we're a family, and nothing can change that." After weeks of testimony and arguments, the trial finally reached its climax. The jury had deliberated for hours, and now they were ready to deliver their verdict. The tension in the courtroom was palpable as everyone awaited the decision. June stood with her attorney, her heart pounding in her chest. She glanced at her family, who were all holding hands, their faces etched with worry and hope. The jury foreman stood and read the verdict. "On the charges of possession of a controlled substance and drug paraphernalia, we find the defendant, June Shannon, guilty." The courtroom erupted in gasps and murmurs. June's heart sank, and tears welled up in her eyes. She felt as if the ground had been pulled out from under her. The judge called for order and announced that sentencing would take place in a week. The days following the verdict were some of the darkest June had ever experienced. She was consumed by fear and uncertainty about her future. Her family tried to keep her spirits up, but the weight of the impending sentencing hung over them all. One evening, as June sat alone in her room, Pumpkin knocked on the door and entered. "Mom, I know you're scared. We all are. But you're not alone in this. We're going to fight for you." June looked up, her eyes filled with gratitude. "Thank you, Pumpkin. I don't know what I'd do without you." "We're going to get through this," Pumpkin said firmly. Together. The day of the sentencing arrived, and June felt a mix of fear and resignation. She knew that her past mistakes had finally caught up with her, but she also believed in the progress she had made and hoped the judge would see it too. The courtroom was filled with family, friends, and supporters. As June took her place, she felt a sense of calm wash over her. She had done everything she could to turn her life around, and now it was in the judge's hands. Judge Reynolds, a stern but fair man, addressed the court. "June Shannon, your past actions have brought you to this point. However, I have also seen evidence of your efforts to change and rehabilitate yourself. It is clear that you have made significant strides in your recovery." The judge paused, looking directly at June. "In light of your progress and the support you have from your family, I am sentencing you to probation and mandatory community service. You will also continue with your therapy and rehabilitation programs." The relief was palpable. June's family erupted in tears of joy and hugs. June herself felt a wave of gratitude and relief. She had been given a second chance. With the trial behind her, June focused on fulfilling her probation requirements and continuing her rehabilitation. She threw herself into her community service, finding purpose in helping others who were struggling with addiction. She worked with local organizations, sharing her story and offering support. Her relationship with her family grew stronger as they navigated this new chapter together. Alana's YouTube channel thrived, and Pumpkin and Josh continued to build their life together. Jessica's counseling career took off, and she found fulfillment in helping others. June also reconnected with Gino, who had been working on his own recovery. They decided to take things slow, rebuilding their relationship on a foundation of mutual support and understanding. Redemption and growth. The new season of Mama June, From Not to Hot, focused on June's journey of redemption and growth. The cameras followed her as she fulfilled her community service, worked with addiction support groups, and navigated her relationships.